shit, what the fuck is that?
Oh, what the?
What is that?
Fuck?
What was that? What the? Pretty much 24 hours a day here in Canada, and you'll find them just.
The deep woods always hide their darkest secrets until you are completely alone and miles from help. In one terrifying Appalachian encounter, a spirit box abruptly declares a chilling truth, while another night ends with a massive unseen creature violently striking a trapped investigator's truck. What is truly waiting for us out in the dark? On June 20th, 2026, Jasko and Ben entered the Appalachian Mountains for another investigation. Jasko's channel focuses on paranormal activity, unexplained encounters, and unsettling locations. Before heading deeper into the woods, they discussed old Appalachian warnings about strange voices and whistles. Soon those warnings started to feel much more serious. One of the first unusual moments came when Jasko and Ben suddenly heard what sounded like a nearby car horn or vehicle lock signal.
Yeah.
Spirits? Locked it. Was that a car horn?
It sounded like
A car horn? How?
It means that there's somewhere around us
that
the
means
lights are off.
Wait, Ben, that was a car horn.
It sure was.
That was
partner.
a car horn, like either locking.
They stopped and looked around, but neither of them could see another vehicle or anyone nearby. But deeper in the woods, they came across something far more unsettling than a strange sound. Personal belongings had been left scattered around what appeared to be an abandoned campsite. They found a wet sleeping bag, a bracelet marked New Smyrna Beach, and several other items.
Okay, do you want to touch that or you want me to touch it? It looks like there's a bag,
I
right?
don't think anyone should touch it.
15.
What the fuck? Bro, what is going on?
I don't fucking know.
I've
bro.
never in my life. Oh. These moths?
Marcellus.
So it said Marcellus.
What's the name?
Okay.
What you get? What you got, partner?
Deodorant.
Oh, it's nice.
Oh.
Oh shit.
It's a bracelet. It says New Smyrna Beach?
N-A.
S-M-Y.
Oh.
R-N-A.
Then Jasko discovered a small toy viewfinder containing photographs of two girls at Disneyland. When they activated the spirit box, Jasko asked about the girl, and the device produced the phrase, "She's dead." The timing made the discovery even more disturbing, though they could not verify any connection.
My goodness.
Oh, sweet. What the fuck? What?
What? Oh my god.
What? This is really uncomfortable.
So the location that's in it looks like it's Disneyland,
Yeah.
and it's like, and this one is two girls?
Yeah.
Is that where the beach is? New Smyrna? Smyrna?
Maybe.
Did the girl in that photo die? What the fuck? What is the name of the girl in that photo? Bree. Bree. Clear as just
That's
Bree.
really clear.
Earlier that day, they had already heard something that was much harder to place. From somewhere deeper in the forest came what sounded like a woman singing. Jasko then tried making a tree knock. Shortly afterward, another strange sound resembling a distant siren carried through the woods.
That was singing. That was singing. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good idea to blow that then.
That was like a woman singing. It was in between the birds chirping. I heard it on God. You could tell the difference between birds, and you could tell the difference between a woman singing. I think it's just other explorers doing the same thing we are. All right, spirits, can you replicate this noise for us?
Ryan sleeps tonight.
I can't take you seriously. That worked, and everything's pointing to across the ravine over there.
Is it not to go off the trail?
No.
After darkness settled in, the atmosphere became even more uncomfortable. While Jasko and Ben were near their campsite, they heard branches breaking somewhere beyond the tree line. A scream-like sound followed, and then what seemed to be someone crying in the distance.
Should we sleep in the truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do that.
Oh, I saw two fireflies mating.
Sorry, guys.
Who knows if this will be in the video? I know this part won't be. Come!
You'd be surprised.
No!
Because I'm the editor.
Oh no, now it has to be in the video. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, good call. Hello?
But the encounter that finally ended the night happened after they returned to the gravel road. While driving, a large dark shape suddenly crossed in front of the truck and appeared to leave something behind.
We need to make a decision right now because I don't know what the fuck that was. So, I don't know if you guys see, there's something in the middle of the road. So, we were just driving. Something ran across the road. It was a shadow. We could not see through it, how dark it was. It just zoomed across. Whatever we saw dropped something
physical,
right there.
though.
There's something in the middle of the road over there. There's something in the road up there.
It's hard to see, but yeah.
Oh, Jesus. I just want to sleep. We were generally just trying to find a spot so we could park and sleep. And now, I'm like, freaked the fuck out. Yeah. And I just want to know what the hell they dropped. Or whatever that is.
I know what that is, bro.
Bro, it almost looks like
Guys, it's right.
the personal belongings earlier. I have to think worst case scenario. Is that fucking Bree? I don't know.
Jasko stopped and got out with a flashlight to investigate while Ben remained close to the vehicle. Seconds later, heavy movement erupted from the bushes directly ahead. The sudden movement sent both men running back toward the truck. They climbed inside and locked the doors, bringing the investigation to a sudden end.
Okay, yo, there's some movement in the bushes. There's some movement.
Wait.
Fuck me, dude. I'm so fucking scared, dude. Okay. Oh, shit, what the fuck is that?
Oh, what the
What is that?
fuck? Go. We have to get the fuck out of here right now. That's way too close. That's way too close. That's way too fucking close. What the fuck? What the fuck?
While they were reacting to a deep growl earlier, one viewer noticed what appeared to be a dark figure moving in the distance near Ben. The footage remains unclear. Could someone have been following them through the forest all along? Some places feel even more unsettling when you return years later. On August 20th, 2026, Exploring with Angelo returned to Ontario's Whispering Woman Woods, a forest linked to stories of a vanishing woman and something much larger moving among the trees.
Call it the Whispering Woman Woods. We believe there might be a Sasquatch out here, maybe even more than one. I don't really know. Years ago, there was also somebody out here, probably living out here, who was screaming at me that I was in their house or something. And I have not seen that person since. So I want to come back, see if we find any clues. We're going to go and stay out as long as we possibly can and see if we find anything. Anyway, smash the like button. Let's get the adventure started.
Angelo continued farther into the forest as the daylight slowly faded. Years earlier, he had encountered a stranger in these same woods who suddenly yelled at him and claimed that Angelo was standing inside his home. Angelo had not seen that person again since the original encounter.
Several years ago, I came down here alone, and there was this dude who was coming down this direction, basically yelled out to me that I'm in his house, and if I recall correctly, he had a gigantic machete. And I was like, what in the beluga whale is going on right now?
As he moved deeper into the area, strange sounds began coming from different parts of the forest.
What was that? Could just be another hiker? Sounded kind of weird though. Hearing a knock down that direction. Somebody down here?
Later, Angelo heard what appeared to be footsteps crossing a wooden bridge that should have been empty. While using a spirit box, the name Francis came through. Around the same time, he heard knocking and shuffling sounds from the other side of the bridge, although he could not see what was causing them.
I'm the ghost of laziness.
Those are just footsteps on the bridge. What the hell? Also, something smells really weird. I don't know what that is. guys.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again, too.
Can you help?
What do you need help with? Sorry, guys, but I'm going to light up a smoke
Head.
because I heard something literally just walk on this bridge. What was that? For a second there, I thought I heard like movement behind the camera. What walked on this bridge? I would like to know. Francis, was that you? Did you just walk across the bridge towards me?
The situation became even more unsettling near the campfire. A sudden heavy impact struck or hit something near a tree, followed by a scream that sounded close enough to immediately get Angelo's attention.
What the? Okay, what in the actual hell was that? It almost sounded like something just hit the tree over here. I'm getting the idea that whatever is here right now does not want me here. I am so confused right now. Whew. It was like something hit the tree or something. I don't know.
Eventually, Angelo began hiking back through the forest in the dark. While moving along the trail, he heard another voice calling out from behind him. The sound reminded him of the person he had encountered in the same area years earlier.
I mean, it's like literally the one thing that you can get pretty much 24 hours a day here in Canada. And you'll find them just... Who's there? They're still there. What the hell did they even say? They like screamed something. The question is it the same person? I don't want to run into some friggin' lunatic in the woods. I don't hear anything now, though. That's creepy.
Instead of stopping to investigate, Angelo continued toward his vehicle. He kept moving until the truck was finally visible. Sounds can travel strangely through dense forests, making footsteps knocks, and voices seem much closer than their actual source. But was Angelo hearing the same person from years earlier, or was something else happening in these woods? On March 8, 2026, the YouTube channel Dead Appalachia uploaded an investigation at Corpsewood Manor in the North Georgia mountains. The ruined estate is tied to a violent past, and local stories claiming something may still remain there. To understand why Corpsewood Manor developed such an unusual reputation, the story begins with Dr. Charles Scudder, whose medical background and interest in the occult would later shape the property itself. But Scudder was only one half of the Corpsewood story. The other was Joseph Odom, whose relationship with Scudder eventually led both men away from Ohio and into rural Georgia. Their move to Somerville is where Corpsewood Manor itself began. Using Scudder's personal fortune, the couple built the isolated brick estate and filled it with the unusual objects that would later become closely associated with its reputation.
Back to the 1980s. This is Dr. Charles Scudder and Joseph Odom. Scudder was a professor of pharmacology of the Institute for Mind, Drugs, and Behavior, where he conducted experiments using, well, eccentric man. The feller had dyed his hair purple and kept a pet monkey in his lab. Now Scudder stressed in the occult and was a verified member of the Church of Satan. He decorated his own personal home with depictions of pentagrams, and the demon prince Joseph Odom, in contrast, was kind of just a normal dude. who had flunked out of school and at some point in his life became doctors. In their life, they lived in the concrete jungle of Ohio. Bless their hearts. Which they had grown tired of. Living in a city just kind of sucks. So they decided to move to Summerville, Georgia, a rural and mountainous region. Heading down south as a gay couple in the 1980s was an interesting choice, where the pair hand-built a large brick manor using Scudder's personal fortune. Stained glass windows depicting the aforementioned Baphomet, books on the occult, human skulls, that two big black Rottweilers. And to top it all off, on the top of their entrance, they had installed this demonic fortress in the woods, Corpsewood Manor, as the woods they settled down in was filled with these dead, decrepit pension in the southern 80s. Two gay Satanists living together in a manor was probably batshit crazy to folks back then.
During the investigation, the Dead Appalachia host set up camp alone among the collapsed brick pillars. Dead trees surrounded the property, while occasional animal sounds broke the silence of the woods.
Look at that. I love these briars right here. Turn you into a fucking spinchel. Oh my god, it is so freaking creepy here. Alright, critters and creatures, welcome to the infamous, the haunted, the Corpsewood Manor. Or we'll look at this place in more detail. I really want to get my, that way it's completely collapsed and built up by sticks and shit. Let's try this way. God, I'm just waiting for something to pop out and rip my face off. Yeah, you can really see why they call this place Corpsewood Manor. Man, it makes you wonder, maybe if there is a demon haunting this forest and these ruins, fauna and flora decay, something dark out here just making everything die and dilapidate real quickly in like hammock camp. But you know what? This little thing right here, if I can find a way to put my sleeping pad, it's not really supposed to rain tonight, so I don't think I gotta worry about that. I have a fire pit right there to keep me warm. This is kind of perfect, yeah. All right, yeah, this is gonna be home for the night.
As the night continued, the investigation became stranger. He moved farther through the ruins while calling out to whatever might still be there.
Or Odom with me today? Can you say hi to me? Were you robbed and killed by a man who is trying to steal? I may remind you of the hillbillies that killed you, that bemoaned you, and I probably said awful things about you, but I am not them. Please do something to let me know that you are here. Let me know that I'm not just talking to air, that I'm not just making a fool of myself out here in the woods. Give me a sign.
You hear that? Was that you, Odom and Scudder? Oh, Lord. I'm out here literally chasing ghosts. You know, let me get this just in case this bullshit happens again. Now, there have been squirrels and mice and shit running all around these woods since I got here. Maybe they dropped down onto the stone or they knocked something off into the stone. I don't think that was anything paranormal, but maybe it was. Who knows?
When he activated a spirit box, he believed the device repeatedly produced the word demon.
Or something darker and more evil here with me today. I'm tired of dicking about out here. I want to know exactly who it is that I'm talking to. Did you hear that? Twice I think this thing just said that it was a demon. Alright, let's assume that you are a demon. Do you have a name, or are you just demon? Are you Baphomet, the demon prince, that these people depicted on their stained glass windows? Well, we got some interesting stimuli and data. I'm almost certain I heard it say demon 2 or 3 times. Just because I heard something that says like demon, that doesn't mean that's guaranteed a demon is trying to communicate with me. Like I said, false positives. I've heard some like rustling from mouse. There's that loud sound over yonder. I'm not creeped out in the slightest. This is just, it's honestly kind of just a peaceful night. And I'm going to make me a little fire tonight because I want to be nice and toasty.
Instead of ending the investigation, he continued challenging whatever might be around him to reveal itself.
But back on the dogs, remember earlier I said that some folks say that they'll hear like phantom barks? What I think may be happening when they hear that, back down that way, like a couple miles, maybe, I bet people who came out here were just freaked out and they think that they're hearing devil dogs or something. Well, there's not a dog, that's an owl of some sort. Alright, maybe, just maybe, Dr. Scudder and Joseph Odom, your spirits have weakened and you've dissipated, or you never really haunted this place at all. Or maybe, is there a dark force out here? Is there a creature that is not man, that is of the fallen, that haunts these ruins and these woods? Whatever you are, I'm calling you out. I ain't scared of you. So if you want to come out and say something, do something to me, do it now. I am unafraid. It's time to nut up or shut up, son. Come on, do something. Don't make me have to break out that spirit box just to communicate with you.
He stayed at the ruins as the night continued and kept testing the location for a response. By morning, the fire had already burned out, and his camera battery was dead. He packed his equipment and left the property believing that if anything had responded during the night.
Nothing really happened throughout the night from what I've shown you, so I just didn't bother. I do not believe that Corpsewood Manor is haunted by Scudder or Odom. I'm still not even convinced in the existence of spirits in general. I got diddly. I got no responses, no answers, no nothing. The word demon at least 3 times on the spirit box. I still don't know if that was an animal or if it was the demon. But hey, that's just what I think. You can come to your own conclusions. Like I said, I'm not very experienced in this.
It was not necessarily connected to Scudder or Odom. Old ruins and dense woods can distort and reflect sound, making ordinary noises difficult to locate in darkness. But were the responses simply environmental coincidences, or did something unexplained actually react to his questions? The YouTube channel Exploring with Bear uploaded this investigation on August 11, 2026. Bear returned alone to the same wooded area, where during an earlier visit, something extremely large had suddenly rushed toward him from the darkness. It happened so quickly that he did not even have time to reach for his gun.
Now, I can say this is going to be a truly terrifying adventure. The last time I was here, I was attacked. My tent was flipped over on me. Not only that, I had lights on me, lighting up my area, and something came charging. It was super duper huge too, man. I was super scared, and I didn't even have time to get to my gun or anything.
Despite that previous encounter, Bear decided to camp there again. He placed banana bait nearby and prepared a thermal camera, hoping to finally see whatever had approached him before.
Thermal camera. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to get a fire going, but I'm thinking about, and I'm just going to sit in the back of my truck. We're going to get a fire going, and we're going to watch to see what it is. Oh, man. I don't even have words to really describe how I'm feeling. But as you can see, we got a little daylight left. So I'm going to get out. I'm going to get the fire going. We're going to fire up the thermal camera and see if we can't catch whatever's big around here. I'm going to say predator, man. I felt like it was coming to eat me. So without further...
Oh, man. This does truly feel stupid.
But once darkness surrounded the area, his thermal camera stopped working. Without the device, Bear had difficulty seeing what was moving beyond his lights.
I can't see nothing. But right over here, on the right side of us. Okay, let me get this thermal camera out. Okay, so I've been trying to get this thermal camera working. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I can't get it to come on. I've been hearing stuff moving all around me too. So I thought I seen something move behind me. Around here, guys, I got the chills right now, and it's hot out, man. I'm so freaking on edge here. And now the thermal camera won't even work, so I can't even see if there's anything at least hot coming.
Soon he began hearing branches snapping from different directions. At one point, he believed he could see a pair of eyes in the tree line while something appeared to move nearby. The noises continued getting closer, making Bear feel as though something was moving around his position while remaining hidden in the darkness.
Whoop! So while I was messing with that camera, I heard twigs breaking right over here, like a big stick break. Is that eyes looking at me from back there? Ooh, 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 ooh. No way. I think I legit just seen some eyes and something moving back there. Dang smoke, man. We got no thermal, and where I was going to sit, we're just covered in smoke. This could not go more wrong.
He eventually retreated to his truck. From inside, he continued hearing movement around the vehicle. Then something suddenly struck the truck hard enough for him to feel the impact.
All right, for sure you guys just heard that. There's something walking right around the truck right now. Or click. Something just hit something. Again, twice, man. Twice, and it's moving around. I do not feel good, man. No. Oh! Listen. That freaking thing's so close, man. I'm getting in the truck. I got goosebumps on goosebumps right now. Hold on. Man, I told you guys. I'm so freaked out right now, man. I told you guys there was something crazy out there. Oh! Dang it! That was a truck. Something just hit the freaking truck, man. Man, I lost. The freaking camera went off. Dude, something. Brake lights lighted up back there. Something just hit the freaking truck, man.
That was enough for Bear to leave. Still shaken, he started the truck and drove quickly out of the woods. He did not stop to look back until he had reached the open road and put some distance between himself and the area.
Something just hit. What is that? Man, screw this. Screw this, man. That was the truck. Who was that? Something just hit the truck. I got goosebumps on top of goosebumps right now, man. We should not be back here. Thermal camera wasn't working. Frickin' crap was going. Man, I'm driving too fast even. I just want to get out of here. And I don't even know what to say about that. It sounded like it was about ready to frickin' come right through the truck, man.
Without the thermal camera, Bear had no clear way to identify what was moving nearby. A large animal could explain the branches and impact, but what do you think was circling his truck that night? On August 18, 2026, JT After Dark uploaded, "I investigated the Barilla in haunted Appalachia." The solo investigator entered the Kentucky mountains searching for signs of the Barilla, a bear-like creature reportedly seen near waterways in this part of Appalachia.
Although this place is very beautiful, back in 1999 in Bath County, Kentucky, a man sighted Barilla.
While alone on the trail as a storm approached, he discovered what appeared to be a cow bone, high on a ridge far above the nearby floodline. He questioned how it had reached that location.
I had a plan. I made my way up to an ideal spot that I think might have cow bones. So I found my way up to this area, and I saw something. That, my friends, is a cow bone. Yeah, and it's all the way up here. Something ate it. There's no way it was washed up here. We're too far away for it to rain. Floodwaters is what would cause...
Yeah, I just saw something up there.
We're at a distance, a white albino squirrel, but I swear I saw something white climb up the tree. It didn't have any human features, but it's at a distance, so I can't really tell if it was something or not. I'll show you.
As darkness settled in, he noticed strange shadows along the trail. A screech came from the trees, and he believed rocks were landing nearby without any visible source.
That is a leaf. That's a branch. So I'll stand about right here, and then I'll look over here, and I'll just see, and it looks like a creature, but it's not. It looks like a head or something. As I've said before, maybe it's not here. Maybe it's in Ohio, where all the stuff is. That looks like a shirt or something hanging on a limb. Oh my God, I'm starting to get dizzy, dude. I swear. Yeah, I'm being for real. This is all genuine. I'm starting to get dizzy, a little bit sick, pointing my flashlight across the banks, trying to see anything, looking behind me, and I'm trying not to die. But you know, I'm not lying about this stuff. I'm being dead serious.
Around the same time, he began feeling dizzy and sick. Despite this, he continued forward with his flashlight, trying to identify what was around him.
You know, this flashlight only covers some distance. I see shadows everywhere. I see a tire, and I just fell. Yeah, I wouldn't survive Appalachia if I tried. You know, this is just creepy, dude. If I were to see something just come over this hill, I'm trying to find the trail. Here's the trail. I feel like I'm being stalked for real right now. I'm trying to keep my head up as well. I had to stick. Oh God.
Eventually, he became unsteady and lost his footing. By the end of the investigation, he left without ever getting a clear look at anything. Flashlights and moving branches can create misleading shapes at night, especially when someone feels disoriented. But was that all he experienced? Or was something actually following him through the Kentucky woods? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.